Hi everyone. Today our group is meeting to discuss the of and finalize the detailed outline for the report. After we have a clear outline, each person will take responsibility for their own sections. First of all, now the assignment requires us to choose one team in the company to focus on when building the staffing plan. I think we should choose the human resources team because human resources directly impacts recruiting and retaining talent for all other teams. What do you think?
So I'm a bit hesitant. Marketing is also important since an e-commerce company needs to be strong in branding and promotion. Hmm, if we pick HR, won't that feel a bit indirect?
Well, that's a fair point, but marketing could require us to analyze communications and advertising. We could become too abroad. SR, on the other hand, is the foundation for retaining talent and marketing and making sure all other teams run smoothly. And I think SR is more suitable.
I also lean toward HR. The company is growing quickly, and without timely support from HR, it will be hard to retain talent employee. So, shall we settle on HR?
So, all right, let's go with HR. But in the introduction, we need to emphasize HR's role directly, not just mention things in general.
Okay, now the next step in our outline is to choose the business strategy. According to the textbook, there are four types: college leadership, differentiations, specialization strategy, and growth strategy. I lean toward differentiations because it ties closely with human resources having to recruit and retain creative talent. But I'd like to hear your opinions first.
Actually, I think growth strategy is also worth considering. Our company was just founded and is expanding quickly. If we pick growth strategy, HR would focus on expanding the workforce to keep up with the market. That seems to reflect the company's current context.
Well, I agree with you that growth state makes sense, but it's more about quantity than quality. If we only chase rapid expansion, the company could end up hiring too many without ensuring quality. In e-commerce, customer service and experience are what retain customers in the long run, and that's why differentiation seems more appropriate.
What about specialization strategy? I mean, is focusing on one product line, like pharmaceutical or electronic. Human resource would only need to recruit people specialized in that single area.
Mm. I think that sounds reasonable, but specializations would limit the scope of role, and the case clearly says the company sells a wide range of products, from books and electronics to furniture and pharmaceutical. If we only pick one niche, it goes against the marketplace model the companies is building.
It's okay. Then what about cost leadership? Vietnam's market is very price competitive. If we choose cost leadership, HR would mainly need to hire people who can operate efficiently and cut cost.
So, cost leadership goes against the company positioning. We are aiming at the mid to high end segment. If we only compete on price, we will lose our advantage in quality. Also, human resource would struggle to retain top employees, and if the focus is only on cost cutting.
Exactly. Mm, Cult leadership doesn't fit. Role reflect the context, but risk losing quality. Specialization is too narrow, and cost leadership contradict the company's mission. Only differentiation both match the diverse market model and level range, our strength in quality product and good service. Jung, what do you think?
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. At first, I learned toward growth, but differentiation is clearly more sustainable. It also allows the HR team to focus on recruiting and retaining creative talent instead of just chasing headcount. So I think so.
Okay, all right. So we finalize differentiation strategy. I will take responsibility for this part in the report, emphasizing it benefits attracting loyal customer, strengthening the brand, and fitting Vietnam's e-commerce context.
Okay.
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 Uh, okay, now next, our goal today is to come up with a detailed outline for the report. After that, we will assign sections to each person. We agree to focus on the human resources team for the staffing plan and on differentiation strategy as the business strategy. Now the issues is how to organize the outline properly. Mm, I suggest this draft flow. Uh, the first introductions, next strategies, and current human resources situations. Next, staffing needs and recruitment strategy. Um, Next, economic context and impact and risk. Uh, the final is conclusions, but this is a draft, so I'd like everyone feedback.
Thus, flow is okay, but I think the economic context shouldn't be placed so late. So, in my opinion, the context salaries, about salary, labor competition, or young workforce directly impacts staffing needs and strategy. If it's too late in the report, the reasoning might feel delayed.
I see your point, Jung. But if we put the context too early, it breaks the logic. Readers first need to understand the internal HR issues, then see how external context influence them. And as I get that placing context after staffing needs, that way it flows like initially we need A, B, C, so that we need to externally the labor markets look like X, Y, Z, and therefore our recruitment strategy must adapt.
That makes sense. It creates a logical flow. Start with the company, then HR, human staffing needs, then check the external market, and finally is proposed solution. If we do it the other way, it could get confusing.
Okay, sounds good. As long as when we write the context section, we connect it back to the needs. For example, if we say we need creative recruiters, the context must explain the supply of creative candidates in Vietnam, their salary expectation, and the competition. Without that link, it will feel disconnected.
Okay, so we agree context goes after staffing needs. Now about the introductions and strategy sections. Do you think we should merge or separate them? I think they should be separate. The introductions should only cover missions, values, and the company's market positions. The strategy sections should go deeper. Why we choose differentiations and human resources role in that. If we cram everything into the introductions, it will be too heavy and unfocused.
Well, I agree with you, but to make the introduction persuasive, we should add more details, for instance, so that our growth rate is above industry average, revenues are rising, and our reputation is improving because of quality products. With that, when we move into strategy, it's clear to sustain this advantage the company must go with differentiation, not sprite competition. Mm,
Exactly. And in the strategy part, we must highlight HR's role directly. If we just say the company use differentiation without HR's involvement, it will feel disconnected. So, for example, to differentiate, we need to creative workforce. So HR must recruit them. To offer better service, HR must train staff. To retain talent, HR must design competitive benefits. That way, HR is clearly the bridge to executing strategy.
Mm, I agree too. And one more thing in the strategy section, we would also tie it to customer behavior in Vietnam. Nowadays, people care not only about price, but also about shopping experience and after-sales service. If human resource bring in queue and motivate employee, we can create that different experience for customer that will make the agreement more convincing.
Mm, all right, so introductions will focus on the company and its positions. Strategy will explain differentiations and show human resources as the tool to execute it with links to customer behavior. That's a stronger structure.
all right. This split avoids overlap and gives us a solid foundation for later pass.
Okay, then let's confirm. We'll take these two parts so the flow from into to strategy stays consistent.
Okay, I will take the introductions as strategy sections.
So now we will discuss the current HR and staffing needs. So for the HR team sections, I think we should describe the current status as state. 5 people handling multiple areas from recruitment and training to compensation and benefits. With the company's growth speed, this workload is too heavy. The biggest weakness is we can't attract creative candidates and struggle to retain top employees. So expansion is necessary. I propose adding 4 roles: recruiter, trainer, or L&D specialist, employee relations and compensation and benefits specialist. At first, I thought of adding an HR manager to coordinate, but with the company still small, that may not be necessary.
I agree. And human resource manager seem unnecessary right now. With 35 employees, one of the current staff can temporarily act as lead. What's more important is adding role and directly address urgent needs, recruitment, planning, and retention.
Well, exactly. I agree with Hang. If we add a manager now, it just makes the structure more complicated without clear benefit. Once the company grows to 100 people or more, then we can think about a manager or director. For now, the for 3 to 4 key roles Dương mentioned are enough to raise efficiency and spot differentiation.
Okay, then let's leave out the HR manager. I will take this session writing about HR's current limitation, the challenges, and the four specific roles needed. I will explain how each role tie directly to differentiation strategy. Recruiter finds creative talent, trainer develops new skills, employee relations builds an innovative culture, and compensation ensures talent retention.
So now we will move on to the economic context and recruitment strategy. Vietnam economy is growing, the labor force is young, but the competition for talent is fierce. Salaries are rising and top employees often switch job quickly. So, so the company should combine internal and external recruitment using channels like online platforms, headhunters, and university partnerships. While at the same time, we need onboarding, training, and career paths to keep employees. Flexible benefits are also essential.
Uh, I think that's good, but you should also add employer branding. Differentiation is not just about products, it's also about how we attract people. A strong employer brand will make other and us stand out against competitors.
Absolutely. And don't forget to tie it back to the context you just mentioned rising salaries and high turnover. Beside benefits, the company must build a creative culture and a unique employer brand. Otherwise, differentiation won't succeed.
I want to add one more thing. Besides those recruitment channels, we could also participate in a job fair or partner with student club. That's a practical way to show employer branding and reach young talent directly. It makes the recruitment strategy more diverse and connect to Vietnam's labor context.
Well, a good point. So this section should cover labor context in Vietnam. Next, it need to retain talent. Following that, it recruitment strategy with diverse channels, onboarding and career path, flexible benefits plus strong employer branding. I will take responsibility for this part.
Hmm. For the last part, I think we need to cover three things: impact, risk, and conclusion. For impact, we should highlight that if the human resource plan works well, the company can recruit and retain creative employees, improve staffing, and align human resource with strategy. We could include some KPIs like shorter time to fill and higher offer acceptance rate.
Yeah, adding KPIs is good, but maybe keep is simple. So the remember focus on time to fill and retention as the main ones. The rest can be secondary.
Good point. I will pick the most important KPIs for risk. The main one are talent competition, high training cost, turnover, and opportunity cost if recruitment is slow.
Mm. That's solid. Just remember to pair each risk with a solutions. For example, talent competitions. Next, solutions, employer branding plus flexible benefits. That's where it's clear how we address each problem.
And for the conclusion, keep it concise. Summarize the flow, company directions, differentiation, HR staffing plan, expected impact, and recommendations. That will make the report coherent and persuasive.
Got it. So in the last section, I will focus on impact with key KPI, risk paired with solution, and a conclusion that wraps up the whole logic. I will take this part.
Okay, so to summarize, our outline will have nine parts. The first is company introductions. The second is the business strategy, focusing on differentiations and the role of human resources. The third is the current human resources situations. The fourth is the staffing needs. The fifth is the Vietnam labor context. The sixth is the recruitment and retention strategy. The seventh is the expected impact with KPIs. The eighth is the risk and mitigations. And the nine is the conclusions and recommendations. Mm, for assignment, I will take sessions 1 and 2. Zeng will do session 3 and 4. Duke will handle sessions 5 and 6. And Han will take sessions 7 to 9. Does everyone agree?
Yes, I agree.
All right.
Good.
Okay. Okay. Who has any opinion?
Now we
No.
don't.
Okay, so let's end the meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Goodbye.
See you.
Okay, bye
Okay.
bye.